time. I hope you're all well. I'm going to be starting a new weekly reading vlog. I have done this clip twice now. I've just changed my TBR several times. So this week was supposed to be a Peter Pan retelling reading vlog. However, I've switched that up because a number of things really. My mood is not allowing me to want to do this. I don't want to read Peter Pan retellings. I want to read only smut. So not only that, but I actually hated Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. So I'm not sure why I thought it was a good idea to do a dedicated reading vlog to Peter Pan retellings. I think to read them among other books would be fine, but to read back to back Peter Pan retellings when I hate the original story is never going to work out well. So I've decided to scrap that reading vlog. I say we, as in I mentioned that I wasn't having a good time, and collectively several people have mentioned that a smut vlog would be better, so that's what we're going with. However, it is themed. If you have seen the title of this reading vlog, you will know that I am going for poly smut. Specifically, this has been done pure accident. I basically noticed that two of my books are polyamorous, and I wanted to make the third book also poly and just make it an entirely themed reading vlog. I have only read a handful of polyamorous books before. In the Ravenous Dark was one of them, by A.M. Strickland. I really loved that book. I gave it 4 stars. And then also Theirs for the Night, I think it was called. I will show a picture of it here. I read that as well, which is a novella, but it's the start of a series, which was one of the options for this reading vlog. However, it's not the one I've gone for. So I'm going to let you know what books I had down for the prompts for Bookoplathon, and then let you know what I've swapped them out for. So the first one was Lost in the Neverwoods, and this was for the prompt of the and of and whatever other words are. And I have swapped this out for A Lesson in Thorns by Sarah Simone, and this is the book that I've decided to pick up first. I am currently 122 pages into this. As I say, I started this vlog earlier on this afternoon and then changed my mind on what I was going to be doing, because I did pick a different book and then realised that that wasn't poly, and I wanted to do a poly theme, seeing as 2 of the books I was reading this week were poly. So yeah, this is the first book that I'm picking up, and I'm really enjoying this so far. It's very good. I'm not particularly bothered about the actual plot of the story. It's fine. I'm not sure where it's going, but the relationship between these people is very, very interesting. We are following 6 people. The first chapter, the prologue, is essentially following them as kids when they find this deep hidden place in the moors, and they're playing a game among the roses and the thorns that will change them forever. Would follow them for the rest of their lives. A game that ended with a hard kiss in the rain and tattered flower petals fluttering from above. 12 years later, they're back. The heir, the dreamer, the priest, the genius, the socialite, the saint. And we are following specifically Poe, who is the character that we are following, but every now and then you get a chapter that will follow in 3rd person, but from each of the characters, so you kind of see what their thoughts are as well in the process. So really enjoying this so far. I know that Ro has really loved this one. It's her favorite book that she's ever read with smutting, so she's just mentioned on the live show, because I'm on a live show now for Bookoplathon with Becca, Ro and Jade. So yeah, this is the first book that I'm picking up. Then we had a new book. So for that one I was supposed to be picking up Darling by Kay Ancrum, and I have decided to swap this out with a book that's not necessarily new, but is new to my shelves. So this is new on my TBR specifically, and it is Learn My Lesson by Katie Robert. I have decided to skip Desperate Measures in this Wicked Villains series because I am not a fan of Jafar in general. I am not here for Daddy Jafar. I want none of that. I don't want any part of it. I'm not interested in the slightest. I may, once I've gotten used to Katie Roberts' writing style, go back, possibly, but I can make no guarantees. Right now, I have 0 interest in that book and I am not picking it up. So we're going straight in with Learn My Lesson, which is a throuple, I believe, between Hades, Meg, and I don't know who the other person is, because the back of the book, the synopsis is told from that person's perspective. So I don't know if it's like Hercules or someone else. I don't know who the fuck it is. But so this is my second book that I'm going to be reading this week. And then the third book that I have is one that I've gotten as a recommendation from Becca, who is surprised after last week's reading vlog, which I'll leave a link to up here if you haven't seen it already. but it is Queen Takes Night. I'll show a picture of it here. She's recommended me this one. She said that it's definitely Polly and it sounds really interesting. So I'm going to be reading that one, and that is To Take the Place of Lost Boy by Christina Henry. And this was for the prompt of boy, girl, people, person, daughter, son, queen, king, emperor, empress, etc. So I'm going to be reading that one as well. I really want to pick up Credence by Penelope Douglas, but I can't get it to fit the prompts. So if I have time, I'll pick it up, but it is a chunky boy as well. I think it's like nearly 450 pages, if not more than 450. So we'll see if I get to that or not, but if I don't, these are the 3 books that I'm planning on reading this week. So these 2 plus Queen Takes Night. So I'm really excited. I'm interested in broadening my horizons a little bit more with my smut into poly relationships, because like I say, I haven't read many. I've only read a handful. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I will give you an update when I've got something else to update you on. There are 12 minutes left of this sprint, so I'm going to go and carry on reading for a little bit because I'm really enjoying my book, and I will check back in with you when I've got something to update you on.
The next day.
Wow, looking a bit windswept there, Barra. It's Wednesday, it's very hot. The windows have been open in the car coming home, so I'm looking a bit windswept. We're just gonna go with it, it's fine. I wanted to come on and give you a quick update because I managed to get through quite a bit yesterday on sprints with Becca, Jade and Ro. So give you a quick update, and then I have an unboxing as well. So I did start Queen Takes Night. Show a picture of it here. I've gotten 25% through this. It's a very fast read. The story itself is very, very fast as well. We're following our main character, whose name I cannot remember right now, and she is being pursued by some monsters. She's not fully sure why. She thinks it's got something to do with her mother, who died previously, and she's unsure what's happening, and then 2 guys save her, and it turns out all is not as it seems. It's very kinky, but it just dives straight in as well. I don't think there's a much plot to this story, but it's fine. It's 190 pages, so it's bound to dive straight in. But yeah, 25% into that one, and then A Lesson in Thorns is my other book that I've been reading, and I managed to get to page 200 yesterday of this one. I'm really enjoying this one. The main story in this I'm not too bothered about, like the actual plot story of it I'm not overly fussed about, but I believe that overarching plot kind of, it does still carry on, but the like smutty side of things really kicks in at some point. So yeah, we are following 6 different people in this one, but we're actually only following from the POV of one of them, which is Poe. She is very kinky. I don't know what else to say. But the other 5 characters, sorry, every now and then we get a chapter that is kind of from their, not from their POV, but in 3rd person rather than 1st person, which is the main POV that we've got from Poe. So yeah, overall enjoying both of these to some extent. So yeah, and then my unboxing for today is from Waterstones. I know what this is. Okay, so this is Empire of the Vampire by J. Christoph. This is the Waterstones exclusive edition, so it does have black sprayed edges, and at some point it is signed by Jay himself as well. There we go. So yeah, I ended up getting this one, not knowing at the time that I was going to be getting the Illumicrate box as well. So I will have that one too. And I know that Ro has started this, so she's enjoying it so far. I have read Nevernight. I gave it 4 stars, but I haven't continued the series, and I have no intention of doing so. So I'm a little bit nervous about reading this one, because the only J books that I've actually thoroughly enjoyed and reread have been the Illuminae Files and also the Aurora Cycle, which have both been with Amy Kaufman. So we'll see how that goes. But yes, this cover is stunning. Oh shit, pretty. I wonder if they're the same underneath all of the dust jackets. But yeah, excited. Oh my god, it's illustrated inside too. Can you see it? Do we have these right through the book? We do. Oh wow. Pretty. I don't know when I'm going to get to this, but I'm very excited to do so. Love me a good vampire book. But yeah, so that's my pre-order of Empire of the Vampire and a quick update for you. It is currently 7:15 and I could read for a bit, but honestly I've got a really bad headache and I'm just so fucking warm. I kind of just want to go to bed. I'm so tired. I didn't sleep very well last night, so I think I might just go to bed and try and get up early in the morning instead, and do it that way around rather than forcing myself to stay up and just making myself more and more ill. So I'm going to check back in with you when I have another update for you, which will probably be tomorrow. And yeah, that's it.
The next day.
Good morning. I don't have much of an update for you this morning. Oh, it's just gone 12. Good afternoon. I don't have much of an update for you. I've been reading a little bit, but I've just filmed a second lot of rolls for Bookopolython. So yeah, I have a couple of parcels though, so let's open these. Oh yay, I forgot I was getting this. Please be in English. Thank God. Okay, so I've got Dreaming Sun Volume 5 by Ichigo Takano. This is a manga series that I've been reading that's been a recommendation from Becca, and it's been such a struggle to try and get Volume 5 in English. They only seem to do German versions. So I've managed to actually get a copy from Wordery. So thank God to them for having this, and they've sent a nice little bookmark as well. I don't think of all the misery, but of the beauty that still remains. Anne Frank, that's a really cute bookmark. And it matches the book perfectly as well. Amazing. Yeah, so thanks to Wordery for this saviour, because it's been a pain in my ass trying to... I've been wanting to carry on with the series. I'm only like up to volume 2, up to volume 3 I think, but I've not wanted to carry on too far because I know I've been struggling to get hold of volume 5, so yeah. And then I have this one, which has been sent to me from a lovely lady over in the States or Canada. Yeah, from the States. She has been an absolute angel, and she sent a little card as well. Oh my goodness, what's she put in here? Oh, bless her. So I have been struggling like you would not believe to get my hands on a copy of A Lesson in Vengeance by Victoria Lee, and I've been wanting to read it so badly. So she messaged me to let me know that she had a spare copy and that she would send it over to me if I wanted her to. So she has done. Thank you so much, Mary, for sending this. But she's also added some bookmarks in as well. This is gorgeous. And she absolutely did not have to. This one as well from Johnson City Public Library, nice. That says, what are you thinking of discovering? Apologies if you can hear my washing machine. This is really cute, and on the back it's just got some adverts for books. And then this one that says don't panic, also from Johnson Public Library as well. So nice. And then a little card to go with as well. Bless her. Thank you very much, Mary, for sending this over to me. I really appreciate it. You did not have to at all, but thank you very much. You are an angel. So yeah, excited to finally have a copy of this. I probably won't be able to fit this in now into my September TBR, but I think I'm going to give it a good go in October instead, so that's exciting. But yeah, I really wanted this edition because I don't like the UK paperback version of it, so which isn't coming out until February next year, so yay for us. But yeah, thank you so much, Mary, for sending that over, and to Wordery for saving my bacon with Dreaming Sun. So yeah, other than that, I'm now going to sit down and get some reading done. I've filmed another video, so that's good. I might film another one later. I'm using the video filming as a little bit of a break. I have a really bad headache, and it's the heat. It's very hot here in the UK at the moment, so yesterday was boiling. Me and Matt went to pick Thomas up from nursery after work, and we were just so hot. And when I left Matt's, I actually came home. I think I was phone down, lights out by about 8:30. I was so freaking tired, so I had a really early night last night. So Lots of sleep was had last night, but I am just very headachy today, and it's definitely the heat that's causing it. So I'm trying to take my time, not cause too much of a fuss with my head. But yeah, I have been carrying on with Queen Takes Night, and I'm now, I think I'm about 40% in. I say this like it's a really long book, and it's not. 42% in, so I'm gonna finish that, and then I'm gonna finish A Lesson in Thorns. So my aim today is to finish both Queen Takes Night and A Lesson in Thorns, and then hopefully start Learn My Lesson. And if I still have time this weekend and I get through that pretty quickly, I do want to pick up Credence by Penelope Douglas, but we'll see. I'm not making any promises, but it would be nice to pick that up as well, because I do really want to read that one. So yeah, although I did just do my other role, so I probably should focus on that TBR, but we'll see. So I'm going to go and get some reading done, and I will check back in with you all later on, I have no doubt. Hello, it's later on. It's currently 4 PM, and I've just finished Queen Takes Nights. Just come to the conclusion with Jade that these are like chess pieces, because the next one is called Queen Takes King, and then we've got Queen Takes Queen, and then Queen Takes Rook, and Queen Takes Checkmate, and Queen Takes something else for the last one. So I finished this one off. I've given it 3 stars. Generally, I feel like the story was rushed at the beginning. It's only 190 pages, so that makes sense, but generally I feel like it was very rushed at the beginning, and then we started to get into the plot a little bit more. It started to thicken. The sex scenes were written really, really well. I really enjoyed those. Yeah, it was interesting. Our main character basically is being chased down by monsters, and has been since her mother died. She's not sure why, of the reason of this, but she's been just surviving generally. But it's every time that she comes on her period, more so than anything, that they get very, very spicy and snappy and tend to find her a lot easier. 2 guys turn up, and it turns out they are vampires, and they help her out, and it turns out that she is not who she thought she was. She's a lot more than she thought she was, and the story just kind of goes from there and evolves from there. I can't remember what's in the synopsis, so I don't want to spoil anything, but it's good. I'm fairly certain that the story does tell you. Let me just double check before I ruin it. Yes, so the story does tell you that she's a vampire, a lost virgin vampire queen. She is. 2 vampire knights sworn to protect her. So essentially that is the be all and end all of the story, but there is a little bit more to it than that. There's a bit of politics that comes into it. She has to build her nest up now, so she's got these 2 knights, but she needs to build her nest up to protect her when she's on her period. Obviously the monsters can find her a lot easier because she's bleeding, and it turns out she's not who she thought she was either. Not just the fact that she now found out she's a vampire queen, but she's not who she thought she was. She's not a descendant of who she thought she was either. So yeah, quite interesting. Very intrigued to carry on, so I think I will carry on. It was a very high 3-star, so at 7 you end up going into the 4-star category, and this got a 6.86, so it's very close. I think 1 more point on something would have given it to the 4-star, so I feel like 3-star is definitely the right rating for it. I feel like this series probably has a ways to go. The next book is over 350 pages, so you're obviously getting more of the story in that one. This was just an introduction to the characters and where it's going to go. So I probably will try at some point to carry on with that series. I'm not urgent to do so, but I will try and remember to do so. But I am about to jump into A Lesson in Thorns and try and finish this one now as well today. So I am over halfway with this one. The audiobook says I have an hour and 51 minutes left. So yeah, I'm gonna try and continue on with this one and see how far I get with it. I do want to finish it today, and then if at all possible start to Learn My Lesson today as well. So that's my plan. I'm currently just reading backstage with Jade. We wanted to hang out a little bit today because we've not chatted for a little while, so it's nice to catch up, do some reading sprints. So yeah, that's good. And yeah, gonna carry on with this every time I hold this book. Gonna carry on with this, and I'll let you know when I've got an update for you. Hello, I'm here to give you an update. It's currently 20 to 8 and we've got 15 minutes left of a sprint on Ashley's Patreon sprints, and I just finished a lesson in Thorns by Sarah Simone. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I thought this was great. I really enjoyed it. I'm very intrigued to continue on with this series. I believe that this is a quartet. So I'm really looking forward to continuing on. I think the second book will follow as it has so far, but then I think the third book follows one of the other characters and the fourth book follows a different one. So that will be intriguing. I think it's Delphine and Arden the other books follow. So yeah, really liked this though. Didn't realise this was going to be as poly as it is. I just assumed, because we're following 6 different characters, I just assumed we were following a throuple within these 6 characters. But we're not. We're following all 6. It is massively poly in here. And I really enjoyed this. This was fantastic. It was so good. I've given it 4 stars. Really enjoyed it. Very looking forward to continuing on with this series, and I would highly recommend. The smut in here is outstanding. So yeah, really had a good time with this. Very good indeed. And my next read is going to be Learn My Lesson. So I'm going to be picking this up not in the next sprint, but in the sprint after that, hopefully, because I need to edit my next round of Bookopolis TBR. So I'm going to do that in the next sprint. If it runs into the sprint after that, I will allow it to do so. But now I'm going to go and get some food because we've got 13 minutes left. So this will be my next read. This is going to be my next read. But yeah, 4 stars for this one. Really enjoyed it. Would highly recommend. Really recommend this one. It was great. So I'm gonna go get some food and then I'll be editing and, you know, getting on with shit. So I'll chat working with you later. Wayward is my fickle heart. Where would I be if it weren't for your grace, your strength? Faithful is your mighty hand, drawing me close with your tender kindness. Hello. I just got home from work and also the pub with the fam. It's Friday and Saturday, Sunday. It is currently 6:25 in the evening. Give you a quick reading update. I would show you the book, but I don't have it with me. I'm on page 52 of Learn My Lesson. And so far so good. It was not pulling any punches. Katie pulled no punches with the beginning of this book. It is Hades, Meg and Hercules. And yeah, so far so good. We've already had a pretty raunchy sex scene so far, and I'm interested in seeing where this goes. But yeah, enjoying it so far. It's pretty good. So having a good time with that. I also have a parcel here from Harper 360, I think. So let's open this and see what's inside. Creepy crawly on there then. I've been having a bad time with creepy crawlies, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm having a struggle at the moment. Okay, so I have the YA Adults Harper 360 magazine to tell me about some of the exciting books coming out soon. So thanks to them for sending me that. And then they sent me an uncorrected proof for This Is Why We Lie by Gabriella Lepore. I think that's how you spell her name. I just love how floppy the proofs are. So yeah, I'm excited. This says everyone in Gardner's Bay has a secret. When Jenna Dallas and Adam Cole find Colleen Odell's body floating off the shore of their coastal town, the community of Gardner's Bay is shaken. But even more shocking is the fact that her drowning was no accident. Once Jenna's best friend becomes a key suspect, Jenna starts to look for answers on her own as she uncovers scandals inside Preston Prep School, leading back to Rookwood Reform School. She knows she needs Adam on her side. As a student at Rookwood, Adam is used to getting judgmental looks, but now his friends are being investigated by the police. Adam will do whatever he can to keep them safe, even if that means trusting Jenna. As lies unravel, the truth starts to blur. Only one thing is certain: somebody must take the fall. Very nice. Sounds good. Perfect for fans of Karen M. McManus, Holly Jackson and Riverdale. I love Holly Jackson, to be fair. So and this comes out, I don't know if that's in the States date, but September 21st. Let's double check in the UK. when this comes out. This October 28th in hardback in the UK. So yeah, thank you to Harper 360 for sending me this one. It sounds really interesting. I do love Holly Jackson, so it definitely reminds me of that. And it's not too long either. So yeah, thank you to Harper 360 for sending me that one. So yeah, that's the update. That's all I've got for you. I will check back in with you when I've got another update for you. Probably when I finish learning my lesson now, to be fair. Probably. Yeah.
It's Monday.
Hello, it is Monday and it's currently 11 AM and I have come to wrap this reading vlog up. So this was a reading vlog of reading polyamorous relationships, essentially, smutty ones at that. And I had a really good time. As I've previously mentioned, I haven't read a lot of poly books before. I have read a handful, but not many of them. And this was an experience. So let's go through what I read and wrap these up. So the first book that I read was Queen Takes Knights, and I gave this one 3 stars. This was really good. I enjoyed the story. In general, I felt like it was a little bit rushed. It was very quick, but it was only 190 pages, so it's bound to be a little bit rushed. But yeah, in general, I am intrigued to carry on with the series and probably will do so at some point, just not sure when. Chances are I'll probably forget about it, but I would like to continue with the series, so I gave this one 3 stars. Then I read A Lesson in Thorns, which I gave 4 stars. I really liked this one, really got into it, really enjoyed the characters. I feel like the atmosphere was very good. And I actually liked where the plot went as well. It definitely thickened, that's for sure. And I'm really, really intrigued to continue on with this series. Way more intrigued than the first one. But yeah, really enjoyed A Lesson in Thorns. And I have just finished Learn My Lesson by Katie Robert, which is the 2nd book in the Wicked Villains series. This one is following Meg, Hades and Hercules. Hades is Meg's dom, and he runs a club, if you like, where people can go and watch shows or, you know, get involved with, get handsy with people, things like that. So he ends up going out with Meg one night for food and ends up seeing Hercules, and they end up kind of taking him in and they kind of become a throuple. So I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed where the story went. I liked that there was kind of a revenge plot in here as well in the background as part of the main kind of storyline and plot. So yeah, really enjoyed it. I am excited to continue on with this series. I may at some point go back and read the first one, which is Desperate Measures. It's a Jasmine and Jafar storyline. Jasmine did kind of feature in here a couple times because Meg has a thing for Jasmine. But yeah, I may go back and try and read that one at some point, but I'm not sure. What worries me is that if I pick it up and go into it hating Jafar to start off with, I don't think the story's going to end well for me. And it's probably going to end up with a low rating, which I don't think is fair to the book or myself to put myself through it. So we'll see what happens, but I do want to continue on with this series. I did really enjoy this one and it got 4 stars from me as well. So yeah, overall I've had a really good reading week. I've enjoyed what I've read. I did have to take a break a little bit. This took me a bit longer than I thought to read because I ended up taking a bit of a break. I didn't pick it up on Saturday at all or Friday. I was struggling mentally and my headspace was not made for this. So, but I finished it this morning, had a great time. Really enjoyed reading these and I look forward to actually continuing on with these series as well in the future. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you've read any of these. What were your thoughts on these? And I hope you have enjoyed this reading vlog and I shall see you next time. Bye for now.